What's going on, everybody? Captain RoBear and crew here for Meteorian Core, episode 49.
Woo! Almost to 50.
So close!
Almost at the halfway point of the campaign, and, well, I mean, damn. Almost there.
This on the pain.
Just no one jinx us, okay?
I just feel it's very fitting that we're picking up in the 9 Hells during Diablo 4's launch. Literally.
Oh, 100%.
You know,
I forgot Diablo 4 was launching.
It's gonna be
oh
good.
man, that's my main announcement tonight. I'm playing after this with Radio and Feisty. Gonna have a good time sitting there, probably while servers crash.
Yeah, for sure.
Part of the experience.
You're not playing tonight.
You know what? I'm aiming. I'm thinking I'm gonna be able to sneak in with the Xbox way. Everybody else is gonna purge on PC. I have it on both because I am reuniting to get to play with my brother. The first game that he set up on my PC was Diablo 2. So now I get to be the younger brother, and I put Diablo on his Xbox last night.
Yeah.
Is it crossplay?
Yeah, full crossplay.
Cross save?
No, crossplay, all platforms. 60 FPS, all platforms.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, Diablo's not that of a, until you fill the screen with every
with
creature
everything.
known to combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just another part of it.
I mean, that
Yeah.
doesn't happen often in a Diablo game. So that's fine. I mean, sure, it'd be all right.
Gonna get my thick druid on. This is an exceptionally thick druid. But who else got big announcements they want to let the community know about?
We're still running 24/7 on Twitch if anyone needs some downtime or a bedtime story, which includes a lot of violence.
And make sure if you're lurking in both of our channels to go ahead and leave the volume on and click up at the top and mute tab or mute site. Otherwise, you will get yeeted and you need to earn your coinage and help us out with a lurk. So we'd appreciate if you follow those parameters. Twitch is getting very, very, very grabby with who it pulls out.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's super nice. I was telling you the best part's when you have like 100 viewers and then the ad starts and all of a sudden you have 10 viewers.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the ad's over, you have 100 viewers again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been doing some modification.
Yeah, they're
Mm-hmm.
shady as shit.
I have noticed that over the last 3 months. Steadily that average going down. Not just the normal summer, because we can obviously see what the stats are. We launched 2 new shows. You don't get any better than the initial launch time. It's great. Good times. Thanks for taking our money. If half wasn't enough. If it wasn't enough already.
Hey, look. Daddy Bezos needed it for something, I'm sure, right?
He
Daddy
wasn't the
Bezos
one
doesn't even know what
he
Twitch is.
needed.
His girlfriend is on the front of his yacht. Yeah,
Oh,
you can't make
gosh.
that up. It's like Sea of Thieves style. His new girlfriend is on the yacht. It's amazing.
Oh man, it's uncomfortable.
Oh. Anybody else with big announcements?
Yes. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a lot over at the Wounded Warrior Project channel. Actually, at 9 a.m. we're starting bright and early PT for a mental health chat for an hour, and then we're actually going to delve into a mini one-shot with some of our fellow teammates on different programs that actually utilize D&D to help our warriors with mental health stuff. So we're going to do that, and then following after that, we will get into a panel discussion about it all, and it's going to be a good time. So tomorrow, 9 a.m. PT, bright and early, twitch.tv/Wounded Warrior Project.
Early for you, just right for the rest of the
Not
world.
really. I have to say, I wake up earlier.
Joe. Superpower. Anyone else? Need to pick up where we left off 2 weeks ago. In the 9 Hells. Venturing to fight an ancient evil. party has vanquished Yagrash, but at great cost. Having everyone dig deep and using everything they possibly could to dispense of this ancient evil. And Reginald losing his life protecting Xanrin. We pick up in those moments after the victory has been won. Yale coming to the rescue via helm into the Nine Hells, forsaking his own spot in the Pantheon above to come and save the party. However, Yagrash captured inside of this mushroom-like soul cage, given neither respite of death or extension of his life. Nelson now in possession of a tormentor of both his and Xanrin's people. There is an unsettling stillness inside the Nine Hells. You are out of combat and clearly in no current danger, but very much of a malaise of how you've gotten here and what's just transpired.
I think the immediate reaction after seeing what Nelson has done is a certain degree of shock, but it's very quickly overwhelmed by just the dire straits that everybody's in, and immediately attention turns to those who are in most need. At first instance, and with a very lingering, shocked stare, Xanrin looks back at the body of Reggie and sees that the head has been cloven from the body, and wishes there was something he could do, but knows that there isn't. And then looks over to Ketri and, in a sort of shocked stumble, sort of automatically reaches over and runs to that place. Sort of not saying anything, but almost acting like on autopilot. There is this stunned silence in his mouth as he uses his wings to give just that little bit of energy back to Ketri so that they can wake up again. You get 7 points of healing back as I lay those psychic wings on your forehead.
In that small moment when you had gone over, you noticed that squirrel had crawled out to you first, almost reaching out to you and guiding you where to lay your hands onto this Warforged body. In a bit of a panic, Squirrel scurries around, checking the outside of this being before quickly diving into the lights. And as you use that Ancestor's Repose, you see Ketri's light flicker back on, and they'll sit up almost very abruptly. Hello! Almost in a brief reset moment. Friend is crying?
Looking at you and seeing that you're back up, it's a bit much all of a sudden. And Xanrin is still down kind of on his knees because right near you is the body, and he's just sort of, he does not know what to immediately do.
Ketri's volume will lower almost in response, seeing that you aren't quite as energetic in interacting with him. What can Ketri do?
Nothing. I appreciate it, Ketri, but there's nothing.
What do you mean? Something can be done. Something can always be done.
Not this time.
So,
He gave
Ketri,
everything, you know.
Mm.
It's my fault that he's here. I wonder if I should have left him to be a choker.
friend has lost friend, right?
Yeah.
Ketri will pull out a small acorn. And in fact, as you see it in the palm of Ketri's hand, Squirrel will actually run out of Ketri's eye, hold it, and almost lift it up higher to offer it to you.
It's a very jarring series of gestures. Zanrin sort of is really puzzled by it, but it's still sort of taken aback from the moment. It almost feels inappropriate, but he realizes that Ketri has not exactly got a grasp on the way that works. And so he's not looking to make this harder for anybody, and he accepts it, he takes it.
Ketri gives you gift. Does friend
Thank you.
like gift?
Yes. I'm sorry, Ketri. I need a moment. Is that okay?
You see
should-
like a slight stuttering in Ketri's body, actually.
I appreciate it, but I need a moment, okay?
Ketri will wrap their hands around yours where you held that acorn. Ketri gives friend gift. A gift that grows. Ketri hopes friend will grow. And Ketri will go ahead and give you that moment where you have the acorn still in your hand. And you can kind of see at first where it looks like it's maybe not a great acorn because it's kind of cracked. There's a little sprout actually coming from it.
Zanrin's still holding onto it. He doesn't pocket it or anything, but he just sinks to his knees next to Reggie. It's just he's silent, and it's like a wake, quite literally. He doesn't know what to say immediately. It's just bitter. I'm so sorry, friend. I really am.
Rom will walk up. Still packed a hell of a punch. That never changed. He walloped my ass good. Probably deserved it from my mouth anyway.
We need to bring him back. I know he can't. I know he's gone, but he can't. He can't rest here. We need to bring him back to.
He won't rest here. I promise.
He should rest in a place where he can see the stars, you know? Not in this dark place down here. Not like what it was before.
Important thing is he gets to rest. He's earned his.
to sit and think about this. Is that okay?
Of course. When you're ready, we'll load him onto my shield. He's gonna take his tabard and helm off. Just kind of place that over Reginald in respect.
As Brahm walks back to the group, Biddy would just, is he okay? I noticed two of you now have come back over here.
He just needs some time. I think we all need some time. Brahm's gonna give you a big hug.
Oh, that's a lot of contact.
Oh, shut up.
Brahm. Especially after we almost died.
Shut up.
Okay, fine. And she just
For
like
once I'm
sinks
right.
into it. And like lifts her arms underneath your armpits and just pats your back. Fine, this is the only time.
You big guy. You gave everything too. That's what I'm supposed to do. Do not shed your tears for me. Save them for your friends. No, quit being so in control all the time. You have some right to show some emotion now. After all, what are you going to do with all this mortal time on your hands? I've never had a hobby before. They sound
Do you know what
interesting.
you're interested in?
No, I don't have a clue.
Maybe you like fishing. You have a lot of time, right? And that takes a while. Lots of patience. Especially working with Brahm, you have to have lots of patience. So you probably like it.
I can tell you what, if you're going to learn fishing, you're going to have to learn it from me. You're not going to learn to catch anything with her.
Excuse you.
Except for a hard time.
Excuse you? And since she's standing right next to you, she just pushed your shoulder. Stop that.
Be careful, Yale. Average-sized gnomes can live in an above-average amount of time.
Why are you
You
on
may
a-
start... Okay. Just telling you, it's a long commitment. It's a long...
Giving you a nuggie.
You thought being an angel was long.
Why did you better stop it right now? I'm
My
gonna
eye
bald
patch
spot.
goes all the way over to the other eye. I can't even see. You know how ridiculous. We're the 9 hell. Noogied in the 9 hells.
I'll never let you live that one down.
Oh, I don't intend on staying here for very long. And I'm sure whatever this truce is, you can kind of look around. There are individuals far in the distance, but they have all just been watching and taking in this entertainment. Probably placing bets over here.
Yeah, all on me. Winning. Hello.
As Brom said, we should make our time short here, and well, you'll be up to Brom again. This is more of a one-way destination for me.
What?
Pity I can't go home. No.
But you're like really powerful, right? Can't you use that?
There's a part of those powers that don't exist into this realm. And when you enter, you have to give them up. permanently. Immortality.
I'm sorry.
I have walked these plains as an angel for quite a long time. I volunteered for this. I was not forced. I wanted to come here. I wanted to be the one to aid. It is time for something new.
Well, thank you for everything.
He's gonna give you a big hug.
How big is this hug?
Like
Like
a big hug for you. Yeah, it's a
But she doesn't
Bigger-
fight it. She's gonna
Bigger than your average hug.
bigger than your average hug. Yeah, you definitely good 6-8 inches off the ground for that hug.
She cannot reach her arms fully around, so it's like a wide arm, and then like her hands are landing wherever they do. Yeah. Uppies.
Straight uppies.
Uppies. But really appreciate it. That's very kind of you to do for us. It's been fun hanging out.
And he's just going to smile. Nelson is going to walk over with the dark shroom. The deed is done.
What is that?
Its name, who's never to be spoken again, is gone.
Why can it no longer be said?
It does not deserve the right to be invoked anymore. Its name shall be forgotten, as it should be. It was the thing that it wants the most. Power and control over Avrians everywhere. No longer. They will neither exist as a god or a myth. It will be erased from the ledger of the cosmos. But I
What will
still,
you do with it?
I will seek out the Mushroom Mother. She must return. There is an imbalance in this world. She must come back. I will find her. Whatever part of the glooming court she may be. I must go to the Fae.
What will you do with it, though? Will you take it with you? Will it be safe in her custody?
I will take it to the Mushroom Mother. He will have the wisdom of what to do with this. The glooming court should know what to do with this.
How deep into the Fae are we talking? Because the Fae's kind of scary.
Fae is deadly or delightful as you make it.
Great. Love that answer, Nelson. You always tell it to me straight.
It's it's a headspace when you go.
All right.
Cannot bring negativity to the Fae, or you will be matched with negativity.
Oh, sorry, Brom. You can't come with us to the Fae.
That is not true. What if I said that I've been there before?
I didn't know you had happier times.
Have you? You don't know nothing of my youth. Exploring, I fell in a stump once. I swear I came out on the Fae. I spent 10 to 15 minutes over on the other side. I showed up a week later. Far before my years of crawling in pubs and getting lost and drinking. I'm telling you, I went to the Fae.
All right, then you can help lead.
I don't plan on clawing in any stumps to get there again. You're lucky that I have the skills to get us the hell out of here. But I planned on going back home. You want to go to the Fae. That means we're going to have to spend at least 24 hours there before we can get back home.
Why is that?
I can convoke some of the magic that that they did. And can get us out of here. But it's just not puddle jumping realm to realm. It takes time. It takes a lot out of me, and if we take Nelson to the Fae, that's it for 24 hours at least. We're on Fae time, like I said.
If we go in there, 24 hours in the Fae could be, who knows, a month? A year?
I promise you, Nelson, I'll get you to the Fae, but I don't want that damn mushroom on our plane either. Even if it is only for 24 hours, if we go there first, and then I take you to the Fae.
Wait, are we saying to go straight to the Fae? From hell?
Yeah, that's what we're discussing here.
That doesn't sound nice at all.
What, are you afraid to go camping? The big buggies will come
No.
out, almost as big as you.
I'm not afraid.
A bunch of average-sized bugs in the Fae.
I'm just concerned for you.
You also have to take care of Reginald as well. It's kind of silly, but no one has any business there, do they?
No.
Ketri has no business.
I think I know a place that I can bury him there, though. Would have been covered in canopy, but now he can see the stars. It would do him good to be filled with a place that's, well, so full of life.
After
Just
all,
like
the
he was.
material plane wasn't much of a home for Reginald before. Everything happened anyway. Wherever you think he deserves peace. He was your boy.
There's a cliffside with a great fallen tree. There are tunnels, there's an old dwelling there. I didn't understand it before, but now I think I do. I couldn't call it home properly, but maybe he could have. And it's a easy enough point to jump, I think.
You think odd on it. I'll use you to guide me there. All I know is an old stump. Your point of reference is a hell of a lot better than mine.
That's the funny thing about the Fae, Brum. It's all old stumps. Just different stories.
Oh, I'll say it for you, Biddy. I'll fit in.
Yeah, you're like an old stump. Sorry, I'm gonna hold them together.
Even your aim is starting to rub off.
In between all of the conversations, Biddy, you would pick up on this. Zanrin starts psychically probing in a private conversation with Renwick.
Say less. She tunes her ears.
Hey. I know back up top, before we came down here, it would have been so easy just to lie. I need you to know I don't blame you for everything that's happened. I couldn't. We know that's not how it works, but this is not your fault. Thank you for being there. You had no reason to come and help. Showing every day that you're more than just the carnivore.
Yes, well, I appreciate you saying as much. But days like this make it hard for sure. He's just kind of gonna look around where they're at. It seems this is not a place for life to thrive, though, so perhaps we should be going.
Zanrin sort of uncurls his fist that's holding the acorn given to him by Ketri and clutches it again harder. And in his dark iron arm, he starts to sort of lift Reggie towards Brom's shield.
Petri can help. And Petri will awkwardly but rush in to help lift.
Thank you, friend. Zanrin doesn't maintain eye contact with you, but it seems clear that he's at least remembering the importance of the gesture that you sent in his direction.
Well. That was an impressive display.
Petri does not know that voice.
Hearing
second
this,
that.
I think I'd spin around, sickle in hand, knife in the other.
A large red devil, dressed well, kind of Western style, front pocket watch and vest, large red wings tucked back, slender, about 9 feet tall, large, very draconic-esque face, scales,
Trial by combat, I see.
Was Ketri on trial?
Maybe.
Ketri passed then.
Maybe you could pass other trials. You all seem very formidable.
Oh, Ketri does not want to. No, thank you.
We have no quarrel with you, sir. If there is nothing more, it would be wise if we could simply leave.
Only
don't
a
wish to linger.
proposition. Obviously a foreign outfit here. So little time with such an impressive display.
I think it was a lot of time. Enough time, actually.
Only inquiring if your services are available.
But he looks around at everyone else.
What exactly is it that you're suggesting?
I'm simply inquiring if your services of the combat variety are available.
Oh, yes, that part is obvious, but specifically, what is it that you want?
Ketri can also do more than combat. Ketri can juggle. If you need those services.
Oh, and I can tell a joke if we want. Do you want entertainment?
We are a very diverse and impressive, talented group.
I see.
Yeah. Actually, what's a devil's favorite cuisine? Soul food. That's funny, right?
God damn it.
Ketri will let out a very awkward but clear laugh to support you.
Like a ha 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 ha. There's always more where that came from. Okay, I'll be quiet now.
Maybe I'll just be on my way.
No, wait, I was excited to help.
You all have a good time getting back wherever you came from.
Did he just come up and talk to us just for the hell of it?
I'm good. I'm really good.
Oh, can you not? Well, where do you wash your hands? In Helsinki?
Goodbye.
He extends his wings out and angrily folds up his contract in his hands and kind of crumples it and puts it back into his vest, and he flies
We've never
away.
tried this tactic before with enemies. This seems way more
Can we just avoid, like, a deal with a devil, which is undoubtedly some kind of raw deal, because you made bad puns?
I was going to recommend Devil's Food Cake.
That is incredible.
Brahm and Yale look back at each other. Thousands of years locked into an eternal battle. Infernals and angelics. And all it takes is a couple of puns.
Average
Yeah.
size puns.
Yale looks back. I think I'm going to puke. I think I'm going to join you.
Oh, puke over there.
Oh God, I forgot you're sitting up there on that shoulder. You really project when you're up there.
He did bring up an interesting point. Do we have a way out of here?
I can thankfully get us out of here. It's probably a good sign that we're being propositioned here. Before they realize that we're not as formidable as they think we
Maybe don't say that bit too loudly. What do we, what do you need from me, Brom?
need you to concentrate. Paint that picture in your head as strong as you can. Any little deviation can send us woefully off course. And I do mean woefully. Thank you for this, Brahm. Thank all of you. I am sorry to be a burden, let alone to leave all of you. But I must, this is my purpose. Far worse things can happen if I do not go to the Mushroom Mother. And we must tend for this. It cannot be released again.
You were never a burden, you know. Just so that we're clear. And I focus back on the image in my mind's eye of where I'm thinking of.
All right, everybody, circle up.
And you know what? Appropriate time to use a mind's eye card.
Ooh.
With a mind's eye card, I'm going to give you an advantage on your history check.
Beneath the shade of a vast tree whose canopies seem to go on forever, reaching in new directions and new heights, there is a small, intimate arena, a floor of sand, built specifically into a smaller part of the tree just for combat, not the type that would be viewed by gladiators, but the kind that would be used to train. The dirt has been kicked up. There are remnants of wood and other broken implements that have been used as swords for training. Zanrin is walking away from this place with his twin. In the stalls sits his father and a matriarch of their line. In the pit, the one who he's just walked away from, stands the one that he called before for his familiar, Unadrath, not from Zanrin's line, superior and haughty from the Nalgashta, training him in the way of the sword that he was never able to manifest. Zanrin remembers this now in a different light, understanding that his father knew of what he was and understood that the path to be taken was winding and confusing and complicated and bridged back into time in a way that no one could have predicted. The matriarchal figure sitting atop looks back to him and nods.
Roll that history check.
Oh boy, all right. And here comes your advantage.
Oh!
Nice.
Oh.
What a story already.
Phew. One ticket for a group of 7 or 8 to Alavara, please. Shit.
Help focus Brother Zanrin's vision. Take us from this infernal plane onto greener pastures. I request of you to take not just us the living, but take the soul of our friend Reginald with us as well. For answering our prayers once again, Elm, I give you all the praise. Protect us as we travel to realms that we do not know. Protect us against those who may trespass against us. That symbol of the gauntlet is going to glow bright on Brahm's shield, holding Reginald over the top of the cloth to where it almost looks holographic. And it's going to be a beam of light that opens up, encompassing the entire party, even larger than when Yale stepped foot, as it sears in, consecrating the ground and the 9 hells around us as quickly as we got here. So we leave, closing our eyes and becoming one with that beam of angelic light. There is no long trip inside the void, no kaleidoscope of colors. There is an closing and an opening of your eyes into the smell of spring. Unleashing us exactly where you want to put us, Xanrin.
The last time Xanarin saw this place, it was under attack and it was burning. But now, it's like the Fae has done its work mending with the power that only nature really has. Everything is beautifully overgrown. The sand has even started to sprout plants. And where before there was nothing but dark smoke for the burning of the great tree above, new blooms and new trees are starting to rise from the cliffside. It's covered, it's shaded, and it's still sheltered. You can barely tell that this used to be an arena. You can barely tell that this used to connect to caves that were inhabited. And you can barely tell that far off in the distance is the hollow of a great fallen tree.
Tree! Ketri will make a mad dash running towards this tree, very excited, and will, if it's not too far, we'll just like...
The tree is like 200 feet tall and it has fallen over and broken. And we're also surrounded by trees.
This is
many trees.
This is very important, though. It's the biggest tree, right?
It's the biggest tree. It's on its side and it's broken, but it's the biggest tree and it's covered in other trees. It's great.
Ketri will run face forward and almost like not stop until like face hits the tree, and it's a sideways like hug. Since the tree is sideways, they can't wrap their arms around it, so it just flats up against it. And you even see Squirrel come up and just press their entire body against this tree, feeling quite connected to it.
It smells wonderful here.
Ketri has found the big tree and will still be facing towards the tree.
I swear Ketri reminds me of someone we all know. And miss.
There's a joy about the world there, isn't there? You can't shake it.
It's welcomed.
after a very intimate moment with the tree, you'll see that Ketri will. Okay, sorry. Like it's connected. It connected. Like a meditative state.
We put our acorns in each other's
Yes,
trunks.
yes.
That was the right tree.
Told you there was a connection.
Sometimes it's really hard to be married to you. I'm just saying.
Ketri would like to look and see if there are any acorns that might have fallen that belong to this particular tree.
There's a lot of nuts.
Ketri will
Stop.
pick up the mess.
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Sure.
God fucking damn it.
I'm sorry, I don't hear it. I don't hear it until you all have reactions.
Never change, Becca. Literally never change.
I don't know why things are the way they are. Let me try not to pop it out again. Sorry.
Ooh.
Oh, did it? No, it's rolled a number of
It's
times.
rolled
It
3
just didn't give
times.
me the sound. Okay. And 14 was the first one. I got real excited. I'm trying to find mini nuts, apparently.
Plenty. You were in the Feywild. There's no shortage.
Perfect. And you'll see Ketri pick up each and every one and admire it like it's a gorgeous gem that they
What do
have
they look like?
discovered. Ooh.
From around this particular part, let's say that they look as though it is a very typical acorn, but the actual top of the acorn that would attach to the tree is actually formed in a much more exquisite way. Imagine it's the top of a hat, except this is the kind of hat that you might wear to the Chelsea Flower Show, you know?
Like in
Like
our
you're-
first 3-shot hats.
Something really extravagant, yeah. And like, it's as though each of these acorns is putting on its own little bit of exquisite Feywild fashion. You know, you've got some that do look like Radagast the Brown with all of the just like, I'm a wizard hat and I'm growing moss and I'm really stumpy. And then you have others that are flowing with these sort of beautiful, exquisite curls to them, like it's an edge of an ionic column almost. You have some that run like calligraphy.
Mhm.
You have others that, I mean, eccentric taste and just look ridiculous.
And Ketri will adore trying to find every single type, like running around, comparing, not ever putting any single one back down. Like they will all go inside into storage. But yes, every single one. And you even see Squirrel popping out of the eye to get like an actual eye-to-eye comparison of this. Just as everyone's there, Ketri will be running around picking up nuts like a just very enthusiastic individual.
I imagine each step is boom, 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 and there's
Yes.
like leaves and butterflies and birds all flying away.
Yes, absolutely. It's ridiculous. Like a giant dog who has found them way like into a ball pit, sort of. It's chaotic. They're all flying
Is this the-
everywhere.
Butterflies with teeth?
Does Biddy say that out loud?
No, this is Sam asking.
Okay. That is not registered as an idea yet, but pause.
Oh,
It's an option.
I do not want to inspect them. I need to know if Ketri's lying to me too.
That's fair. That's fair.
Irrational fear over here now.
Their creepy little smiles with sharp teeth all across. I'd be terrified. I really also hope Ketri isn't a liar. It was not my intention.
Yeah, I was about to say, it wasn't intentional, I don't think.
Well, it seems like Ketri has no shortage of energy.
Does he ever? I mean, he's mechanical.
We don't really know much about him.
This
It's,
is true.
I mean, besides Nelson, who even knows where he came from? Besides the forest. Renwick's gonna look around at. He's gonna look over at Nelson. Did Gatry happen to say which forest? Nelson?
Sorry, I'm not used to responding as Nelson.
Nelson's watching Petri intensely.
Puts a hand in front of Nelson's face.
Sorry, it's a Fey malaise. What were you saying?
We were inquiring about Gatry. Do you have any more information about which forest? Is he from the Fey or a normal forest or?
I have no idea. Fast friends at the library. Seemed like an old soul. And I like old things.
That's fair enough. Well, is it, are you familiar with this area we're in? Is anyone familiar?
Oh, this is Zanrin
No.
took us here.
Phase ever shifting, but this was home. Before the shadow fell, this was home growing up. If you find yourself getting lost in the Fae, sometimes it helps to think of home as a strange way of bending its pathways to help you get back. As long as you're respectful to it, though. Don't ever spit on the path. No. And more importantly, don't tempt fate. It's
What is home to you?
family, I think. Yeah.
So home doesn't have to be a current place of residence.
No.
Oh.
Home isn't a place. Home is an idea. Home is people. And this place,
Interesting.
you could use something that brings more people new life. I am glad that. Oh, what? Whoa. Canter cackle? And he's gonna look down at this massive caterpillar that looks past him and just sort of like shrugs and goes on his day. What the? Sorry, old friend. He doesn't speak, but he's got quite the. Are you okay? Why are you here? I thought you would have. Never mind, we're not going there. Okay.
I love RoBear Pillar.
Just as
This is my
an
favorite.
absolute mouthful of vegetation, completely full, just sputtering a couple of leaves out each time.
Like your
Sorry
own
about
parade.
Sorry about the tree, friend. We kind of both lost our home that day, huh? Yeah, I know. But hey, you seem like you've done all right.
What's bag? He's got like 9 more bulbs to him. It's kind of like the caterpillars in Mario. Like it's become quite the large fake caterpillar. And since you've known him, it's always been he was a late bloomer. The rest of his friends have long become butterflies, but he just loves eating so much. And there's just been so much to be had in the Fae. He's been obviously eating since you left and postponing that long cocoon.
Well, I mean, you know, you'll find a tree to change in eventually, won't you? Are you looking to see if it has teeth? You're looking to see if it has teeth on you.
Yeah, I only got a 10. There's too many leaves. But you see her getting down and just like,
Well, I mean, hey, if you don't mind, these are some friends. This is Biddy, and
Biddy stands up straight immediately, like slaps her arms to her side. Hello.
Over there is Ketri and Renwick and Brom and Nelson, and the really tall one is Yale. And yeah, this.
You'll just hear in the background, Ketri has nuts!
Did you scream Ketri has nuts? Because your mic
Yes.
totally
Yeah,
killed
your mic
it.
cut
Yes. Oh, dang it. Yes. But yes. I think my mic is censoring me now.
Yep.
He's gonna head over to Ketri.
In a moment.
Teeth.
That's Ketri will freeze for a second.
I mean, Biddy, it's been like 10 years in the normal timeline of.
I mean, I remember my friends who have teeth and don't have teeth. Some have them knocked out, some are rotted.
Am I an
Nobody
18-foot
has
calipetter?
You are.
teeth. Are you like an anaconda?
Yeah.
Sized caterpillar?
It's
I'm about to pokey pummel you.
It's probably more the size of like the most polite looking viper that you've ever seen, but nowhere near as intimidating as an actual snake. It's no coiled thing. Very obvious when you notice in the undergrowth. Just kind of like, I'm trying to think of the exact facial expression. But like very kind of mopey, sort of sad, a little bit lonely, but sort of like a "Meh, on my day, on my way kind of vibe to this caterpillar. You are
His
about 3 foot
expression
long.
changed.
3 foot long. I deserve to be 18 foot.
18 feet.
18 feet. 18.
Oh,
This is what
Frankenstein,
we
man,
want.
You can make yourself 18 feet.
Yeah,
Alright.
Biddy does.
I need you to roll a
We're all voting for
d20. I
this.
need to know how many feet I am.
This
This
Oh
is,
is-
my god.
This is important business.
I hope it's a 20.
if you roll a nat 20, you are a 100-foot caterpillar.
Oh, you-
Dang.
You're 7 foot who thinks they're 18 foot.
Mm-hmm.
I still got segments as big as the basketball.
Look, listen. The point is, it's been 10 years in the material plane. So like, I don't know how many years he's still stayed at Caterpillar. Like this guy was a caterpillar and he was big when I was a kid. You know, like, and this was just kind of going to be his thing, his life, like the way he lived. It was going to be awesome and unique, I'm sure. But I mean,
Did he tell you all
probably-
this?
I grew up around it. He'd been this way for an entire childhood's worth of Fey time.
And so you've never seen his teeth?
Well, I mean, he didn't. My point is, he didn't have teeth back then. But I mean, it's been like 100 years in the time of the Fae.
I opened
you
my
see
mouth
a
up like
small-
Kirby.
Yeah, there's a small standoff. Like, Ketri
Oh,
now
that's
has a
kinda
small
scary.
stick holding it towards, show your teeth!
Do I have, what kind of teeth do I have? Do I have teeth? What do I have?
You do have teeth, but they are shaped like marshmallows.
They're like
Oh
human teeth.
fuck! Are you?
Oh,
Oh, God.
What shape are they?
Mouthful of human teeth.
I got marshmallow teeth.
They are like a really fluffy consistency. It's not sort of practical for anything.
Oh, does he have old man teeth?
It's complicated.
Ketri will respond back.
Oh my god.
Ah!
I feel like we're going to attract the wrong crowd.
We're just gonna keep going back and forth in the background.
It has been way too long since I've been to the Fae. Oh god.
Ah! Starting to sound more goat-like.
True. Don't. Maybe don't taunt Cantor cackle. Maybe.
No, Ketri, make friend. See, Ketri made friend.
It's gonna.
Is Ketri making friends at this point? I don't know.
Oh yeah, Counter Cackle's gonna use his Mew's gonna curl up around Ketri. You got a big fuzzy basketball butt hanging out by your leg now.
Ah! They'll
That's
just
basically
sit
what
there.
Brom sounds like when he talks to me.
Oh, I can only tolerate so much before I'm called a giant fake caterpillar. Okay.
Hey, and there is nothing wrong with being a fake caterpillar. I keep my gaze very strongly. I'm like, don't fuck.
Brom is gonna say like he begins to pipe his or pack his pipe.
So where are we supposed to go?
Well, if we're looking for a place to bury the body, then right here.
Wait, don't say it like that. Sounds like we did it.
Well,
He has a name.
Zanrin holds back from replying and saying, I can't remember the reason. Well, I mean, if we're looking for a place to put him to rest, then this is as good a place as any. It's a place to train and honor warriors, and well, that's what Reggie was. So about as good as any. But it may be broken, but you know, from death comes life, and well, maybe it helps bring the rest of everything else back, right? I sort of start to make my way to the center of the pit that used to be filled with sand, and I cast Unseen Servant so that some of it starts to psychically displace. It's just a very sort of gentle sifting of the earth as everything starts to displace slowly but surely.
Rom will have a handful of folks help him with the shield. Bring Reginald's body over.
But he would help.
So would Zanrin.
It seemed like a nice spot, Zanrin. You did good.
And hey, hopefully it means that we can find where we need to go next as well.
Don't mind, I'm gonna turn this one over to you, big guy. This is your land. Not my plane.
Zanrin reaches down and pulls out something from the handful of displaced dirt. And it looks as though it's the shard of a blade, but it's made of something that looks almost like pearl. It's got this marble-like white quality to it, but it's filled with color. And it's clearly broken. It almost looks as though it was broken to begin with. It's too fine an edge to the crack. And he picks that up, and he takes the acorn out of his pocket, the one that Ketri had just given him. And he lays them in the earth. You know, fate has a really funny way of twisting our arms sometimes. I never knew that I would be giving you choices. I'm just sorry that you weren't around to make more of them. But you saved me, saved my family, saved so much. You didn't get many choices, but the ones you did get, you made them count. I don't know if you can find them. I don't know if you can find Kalaya. I don't know if you can find Toth, but if you see an island in the middle of just this unbroken sea, follow the calmer waves and make it there, big guy. Thank you. It's just gonna sort of leave those articles in there.
Rom is going to put his amethyst crystalline axe in his hands. Cover him with a fresh cloth. one of the adventurers' packs and take his tabard.
From this place, hopefully new life will grow. Thank you for that, Ketri.
Wait, Ketri. Do you have any acorns?
Ketri, their jaw will drop
Oh no.
and will turn around and just showcase like 2 giant handfuls of acorns.
I just need one.
In a moment of indecision, Ketri will just still try to offer you all of them.
Oh god. I'm actually gonna roll 1d20. Just make one up. Quick decision, that one.
This one came from a good tree.
Perfect. That's actually really, really perfect. And Biddy would get down and just start scooping away some of the dirt and putting this acorn right at Reggie's side and patting it. And now he can really grow new life. Thank you for everything, Reggie. That's from me and Ketri.
Friend has a good idea. If your friend rests here, they can have all of us around them. And Ketri will begin to hand out acorns to everyone.
Thank you.
Ketri and friends can grow a friendship forest.
A what?
A friendship forest.
How was that, forgive me if I'm ignorant here, but how is that different from a normal forest?
Each seed is planted with love and intention of friends. Then every leaf that provides shade is from a friend. Every trunk that provides safety from the storm is from a friend. Every fruit that falls from it is from a friend.
I see. It's very thoughtful of you. As Ren will take an acorn from you.
As Zanrin will take the time, reach out and apply this fine layer of green moss up and over the top of the grave. Back to nature. To begin again.
Wait. And she just kind of grabs another acorn out of Ketri's hands, arms. And she digs another little hole, about like a Reggie size over, and then covers it up. And keeping her hands like both atop of it, this one's for Toph, so he can grow. She stands back up and dusts her hands off.
You would have appreciated that.
I know.
Nelson applies a layer of moss over the top of that as well. Back to the forest. The one. And to the forest it is much that I must go. As Nelson points to the other side of the woods that is darker, that is staged from this eternal golden hour that we sit in into a cascading darkness of fall leaves and darker colors. This is where I must go, friends.
Friend is leaving?
Yes, friend. I must go
Why?
see the Mushroom Mother.
Do you need help? Is it not unsafe for you to go alone?
Not unsafe at all for me. I feel very comfortable here. And more so, that I can feel the Mushroom Mother's presence again. As he opens up the book, and now it's just vibrant. It almost grows into a whole pulpit as it unleashes, and the vines and the overgrowth comes from it as he extends it out. More than just a map. This book is home. It's not gone forever. Only for a while.
So Ketri will see friend again.
Yes.
Hey, big guy, before you go,
What?
thank you. You and I were plagued by a similar thing. Our families, our people, our everything. But, well, everything we tried before, we failed. It's clear. It's clear because you succeeded. We couldn't have done this without you.
We all succeeded.
Yeah, but hear me out. Job's not done. I look at the mushroom in his hand. I know that you're taking it to a place that's safe, but if ever you need help, this concerns more than just you and the Mushroom Mother and your people. And I reach out and I offer a psychic dagger to him. If ever you need people to help, I don't know what the circumstances are, but if ever that thing needs to be guarded so no one else can get to it, you reach out. You reach out right away. I'm sure there's some poor Aarakocra somewhere that would hate to lose their family or their wings or anything in between. And, well, between the two of us birds, we both know how painful loss can be. So, for the sake of those we don't know, and for the sake of those that we do, if ever there's need, call on us. All of us. My family owes you an incredible debt. And don't make yourself scarce, damn it. I don't want to say goodbye forever, right?
Indeed. He's going to accept that dagger. Kind of hold it in his hand. Glows. I promise.
Wait. I have something to give to you too. And she's rummaging around in her rucksack and she pulls out one of his feathers that she has had for a very long time. That has been missing.
yes.
I've just been holding on to this and I think that you should have it. Sorry.
Oh, I've been looking every night
I'm
for
sorry,
it.
I didn't mean to.
Every time before bed. I count feathers.
I know.
I've been off for so
and I should have
long.
told you earlier. I'm sorry about that, but now I am
Hours
trying to
counting
get rid of my
feathers,
guilty
really.
conscience before you leave.
Oh,
Sorry, but it's back now. Now you can like glue it, right?
That's not how feathers work, Biddy, but okay.
It can be.
oh, so good I can stop counting. As he takes the feather and he turns around as he's laughing to himself.
Do you think he's mad? He's probably really mad at me, right?
No, I think he's just glad that he's got his feather back.
Oh,
You know Nelson. He doesn't really hold a grudge.
I mean, I guess, but I just, well, I guess now that he's leaving on his own accord, then I could give him the feather back, because I thought he would just leave, like the way Jacob did, because he was pissed at Toph. Instead, Nelson would have been pissed at me. So,
Nah,
but since he's leaving now, it's fine, right?
I mean, call it a canned phrase, but he's literally a different beast. For all the stuff that normally drives people away from necromancers, Nelson's a much more complicated being than that. It's not the kind to hold a grudge, right? And
Nelson, you're not holding a
besides-
grudge, right?
You see him, he's picked up what looks like a long scavenged like femur of a deer bone by the edge of the woods. Did you see he manifests this skeletal deer from picking up the bones? And it's would be normally off-putting, except if you weren't in the Fae. Like, this thing is this majestic green energy kind of around it, and moss. As Nelson gets on the back of this skeletal deer that he's just formed.
I'll take that as he's not holding a grudge.
Nah.
That's him saying, "Oh dear," and walking off.
Now you can see on top of his storm-struck staff, he has the feather that he's been given from you. He has an acorn. It's like a Boy Scout staff at this point. And he has the dagger tied on top of it. Any of trinkets that he's ever been given are all on his staff that's kind of lighting his way.
What about his dragon bones?
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't know.
The mystery of the bones of Draxus.
Do they even exist on this timeline?
Mm.
Who knows? You haven't been in the bag of holding in a hot minute.
Well, now what?
Thank you, friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Petri will miss, friend.
Ketri. No more libraries. I'm free.
Ketri agrees.
Better place for you. And he is going to go over to you and he's going to give you one of his rhinoceros beetles that's still alive.
Okay.
Those are huge.
Is it like on a
almost.
string or something, like a leash?
And he pulls out another one. They don't like to be alone. They like to fight with each other. He sets them both near your hand, and these little rhinoceros beetles are
Do they have names?
slowly. I've never asked them.
Well, if they like
I
to
mean-
fight each other, they could be Bitty and Braum Jr.
Oh, what great
I didn't
honor
think
I
that's
could be to be the eternal knight.
I want to be the winning one.
You will not. You're not going to be the win. You have never beaten me
I picked
in
that
trials of
one.
combat.
The one with a little more yellow.
Oh god, are we about to start Rhino Beetle Fight Club?
Do we need to have a
Braum
single
is
one
going
do
to
it out
immediately-
now?
Immediately fall on his back and put his legs up. You're going to leg wrestle now.
What?
I'll fight you like a beetle. He starts rolling kind of on his back a little bit.
Silly.
Come on.
No,
Beat
I
some
would never
strength.
degrade myself to that.
Oh, that's a win for me. An automatic forfeit.
No. Keep telling yourself that if it makes you feel better.
Gale, I think you're going to have to console your friend over here.
Oh no, if that's my loss. That sucks.
Yep. He's gonna sit over the
I think
campfire.
I'm the winner.
Brom 1. Biddy 0 in the Fae.
55,022.
You can't count that high.
You gotta as you can see that there's this small bit of moss that's actually crawling across the top of your helmet. The moss is not like a creature hiding under the moss is literally just alive and just chilling. It's just
Oh,
you've picked up this extra nonsense from rolling around in the grass.
oh. I want to smoke that. Oh. Sets it off to the side. Oh, might as well make up base camp if we're going to be here. I plan on eating supper.
All right.
Hale, you know that thing we were talking about in fishing? I think it's time for you to take up the hobby.
Wonder what kind of fish are in the Feywild.
I hope there's catfish.
You want cat to be made into fish?
Meow. As he turns around. All right, yeah. Let's get the poles out. It's time for us to go provide. Can't rely on Biddy catching any fish, I can tell you that.
Yeah, you're not gonna bait me into that one. Ha ha. Good job trying to reel me in.
You
I
know
can go
there's
all night.
no devils or demons to shed contracts here. It's fine. You can leave those jokes
I
back.
cast you away now. I'm gonna find things to set up camp.
These jokes, man, really are going hook, line, and stinker.
Told you she's the deadliest catch, Yale. You
Did I
started
hear
this.
that? Or were you like saying that under your breath?
Oh, it's 100% under my breath. He's terrified.
Oh boy.
You got the deadly part right. Yeah.
Brom and Yale are going to go fishing.
Then he's gonna look around to find anything to set stuff up. Do we have any materials in anybody's sacks? I don't know if we have like.
You got general adventuring materials to
Okay.
get basic camping done.
There are plenty of bits and pieces of broken wood and things around that clearly used to be some kind of equipment. It's very overgrown and sort of probably covered in moss at this point.
Renwick, you feature yourself an angler?
I haven't had much need to catch fish in a while, but I suppose I could try.
Ah, you look like a man that used to go for just the sport of it.
Yes, I suppose there's a certain amount of artistry in the pursuit. He'll find a stick somewhere.
Bamboo pole crew. It's like a fishing Montauk. You're just put the bait on the end at the fishery. Fish goes online. What do you plan to do when we get back, Renwick?
Well, I suppose. What do you mean by when we get back?
Oh, hey, get back to the material plane.
Well, I was under the assumption that we still had to do something about Mitros. Not much use in going back to my old life if there's still the looming threat of the destruction of the plane hanging over our heads.
But where? Haven't seen him. We don't know where it's at. What if it never rears its head again for another 1,000 years? We're long in the grave before it comes back out again. After all, we bested it once.
You know, Brom, you and I may be in the grave, but something tells me this man doesn't have quite the same expiration date that we do.
You got a valid point.
And besides, if there's one thing we know about ancient evils coming from the stars, it's that somewhere in the heavens, they are watching.
You know it's not what it's all cracked up to be, right? Yale looking over at you, Xander. Immortality.
Oh, I can imagine it gets boring.
Really much more of a burden. There's a certain time where you just don't feel like even eating anymore. What's the point? You've had everything for the umpteenth time. It can be exhausting.
Not as exhausting as all this is about to feel. I hate to say it, by the way, Yale. I never thanked you. You really pulled us out of the fire there, and, well, I know that you might see it as a burden, but thank you. You
were all an opportunity.
Yeah, but...
And I'm glad that I could help.
I know. But I don't want it to be forgotten that if he gave his life, you are the next person on the rung we need to thank. Because immortality is something I don't know many people would give up. Maybe it's a perspective thing for us mortals, but... yeah.
Have it all turned upside down, my friend.
I think I don't, but...
We are jealous of your time. What you see, what you feel, the relationships that you can do. My time here has been intoxicating.
I mean, that's your problem for drinking with Brom and Biddy. They've got stronger livers than the rest of us. Seriously, you gave up a lot. Don't ever let anyone tell you that sacrifice wasn't worth anything. I mean it.
Xanron, the sweet is not as sweet without the sour. I believe it's how it's been put to me. I understand that now. When you don't have any stake inside the game, it's very different. I want to live. I want to be here. I am still an angel in my own right, as he flashes his Azamar eyes and his kind of wings unfurl for a second before they ethereally tuck back behind. This is my choice. So do not lament what you think is my sacrifice. That was my opportunity. I'm glad I could help push you over the finish line. You were already there.
She'd really beat me up for not asking, but you don't have siblings, do you?
No.
Oh.
We don't get to have that kind of structure. This is the first family that I have known.
Biddy, psychically inside your head, you hear Xamarin go, "Man, what the fuck? God damn it." Well, that's a shame, but welcome to the family, I guess.
Hey, I just finished setting up the tent over here. Are you doing all right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, doing great. Fine. Yeah, great. Yep.
Catching so many fish,
you
being
sure?
a provider. I'm gonna roll a survival check on that.
Oh my god. Historically good fishing checks, okay? Historically good.
Historically good. Come on. No whammy.
Come on, do a 20.
Oh.
Uh,
Very soon.
They're just getting ready for him to bite, okay? I can feel it anytime now. Yale looks back at him.
Might as well just tackle them.
Oh, you hear that, Yale? Biddy, if you'd like to show us how you can go noodling.
How what?
Don't let her fool you. She knows how to catch fish with her hands.
Brom, I need you to know, noodling, there's no, you don't want to put your hands there.
No. Absolutely. Well, see, a man with actual length of hands, not average size hands, can get all the way down in here, and Brom is going to stick his hand and wiggle his fingers.
Ketri would like to think out loud right now. If butterflies have teeth, do fish have teeth here?
I don't like
Ketri,
that.
fish have teeth on the material plane as well.
No.
That they do.
Ketri has no fish with teeth.
Some of them look remarkably like human teeth, actually.
Ketri has never seen those.
Yes,
Bitty has also never seen those.
I'm gonna just let all of this unfold because, I mean, if you're gonna go noodling, Brom, that is a decision.
Oh, no. Looks like I've come up short. Come on, Biddy. Show us how it's done.
I don't know if Biddy has ever done this. She would probably just... Actually... Because of my
Popular is.
background.
Oh my god, are we actually using backgrounds? Holy shit!
I mean, I do. I
Hell
used it a few
yeah.
times. I love this music.
Brom, just do me a favor. If you feel something that feels like it's about to give you a high five, pull your hand up right away. Don't shake its hand. You don't want to know what happens like 3 months later, 10 steps down the road. It's like a whole. I'm gonna leave it.
I
to
don't need a
imagination
PSA
because-
about it. I know if you see something, say something, and I'm gonna.
It wouldn't help me with fishing.
Oh.
Or noodling.
I'm really curious about this handshake, though.
Oh, I missed
Look,
it. Secret handshakes?
You don't make deals with things in the Fae if you can't see them and accept that they're being true. It just don't. If it has a hand, if the fish has a hand, don't shake the hand. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
What
Also,
if it
make sure
says
it's a hand.
Girlfriend! She comes up, elbowing Xanrin in the side.
Oh God,
That would
roll
be great.
roll an unarmed strike. I guess. I don't know.
That checks.
Your funeral.
I mean, look, Xanrin may have been fighting in that last fight, but he's still squishy and you're still you. You elbowing him in the ribs is a little bit like, oh shit, path to the hospital. Also, makes me chuckle because, yeah, that's about the height. Oh, thank God. That doesn't yeah.
Yeah, she does it gently.
You hit, but you don't like. Yeah, you're doing it in a way that it's not like, oh, okay.
It's probably actually a little bit more tickly because it's the point of her elbow and it's like right underneath like a muscle where it would kind of tickle a little bit. All right, so how do we do this?
Go
Who do
ahead,
you
make.
want to lose?
You don't see how ticklish I am.
Go ahead and make a survival check.
Okay. Did you already make one?
Mhm.
Okay. Why can't you scroll? Oh my gosh, it's not scrolling down.
Is it the whole popped out thing again?
No.
Oh. Mirror.
I can't do this. Let me refresh.
When you double click Biddy Dalfoodle,
Yeah, it's just.
Magical things happen.
Hang on. We'll get there. I'm doing a refresh. If it doesn't take 20 years.
Rom, have you Feywild catfish? If you heard the stories though? I got to ask, because like you might reconsider noodling after you hear the stories. Nice.
No, actually, I've totally talking on my ass before. I've just seen folks do it back in the Forgotten Lands. I was just trying to bait Biddy into a competition. That's all.
In the middle of the Fey, what are you doing?
What's
All right, Brom. I win again.
what's the worst thing that? No, you obviously don't have anything on you.
Oh my gosh, if you get any deeper in that water, they're gonna cut your hair and you might need to go to the barber shop.
All of a sudden, there is a massive knucklehead trout that is all the way up to your elbow. And it's got the marshmallow-like teeth. That's what Caterpillar did. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Oh. Oh no, reel that one in, Biddy. Those ones are good. What? Wow. That's really lucky. Oh my god.
All right. She doesn't have a fishing pole. She's noodling.
Yeah.
I mean, it's turn of phrase.
Ketri knows if you want to find something good, you use good bait, and we'll pick up your caterpillar friend and dip their tail. Just the tail. Just the tail. They're 7 feet. They're freaking 7 feet, okay?
Intervention.
Yeah,
You're
they're
not leading my childhood friend to the fish. Intervention. I'm sorry. I will do an athletics versus
Ketri's
athletics
gonna look at
if
the face.
you want.
Dip the tail in. Just the tail. I guess just the tip is what we're trying to actually say.
I'm gonna try and use the dark arm to stop you. This is the check. You gotta beat a 15.
Are we just doing a straight roll off or?
I just did my dark arm athletics, but if you want to just do athletics, you will probably still crush me.
Yeah, let's go athletics. Let's see how this plays out. I don't know if I'm that much stronger than you. No, I'm not. It's a 12. Ketri had permission! Ketri had permission!
No, Ketri, do not feed. Friend is not food. Ketri, no. Friend is not fishy food.
Friend's tail is.
Friend needs his tail. I'm sorry.
It's just a bubble up over the top of the water. It's just swarms of quippers.
No! Oh my fucking god!
Ketri has found fish! Ketri was
Mount! And Biddy climbs up onto the riverbank.
Just chomping. Showing incredibly sharp teeth.
See, teeth.
That's horrifying.
There's one of those knucklehead trout that you have on the end that just gets eviscerated by this swarm of quippers before, and you just pull your hand out back in time, dangling its fuzzy little butt. These quippers are just inches away from latching on to your caterpillar friend, Xanrin.
Oh, fuck. What do I need to do to save Cantacackle?
Tell me, what do you do? What reaction do you use?
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, God.
I mean, technically, I'm still holding on to part of them. You just stopped me from dipping the tail in, if that helps.
If I grab hold of enough of Cantacackle, can I Misty Step with him? Oh no, he's like 7 foot. He's huge. Oh my god. God, this isn't gonna work. Shit. I guess I would probably use the I'd probably use the psychic wings as like a shield to kind of like stop it from getting completely devoured by these quippers.
Can I, out of good protection of my new friend that I've made, can I use my reaction to cast shield?
Yeah.
Awesome. I will do that, adding up +5 to the AC.
Hey, I'll have +5 from my wings too, so.
Perfect. This is going to be the most beefed up.
No! Oh, God.
The sharks of the fair are here.
And you can see his face, and he squirts, and then you hear this whoop, and this that last giant yellow cylinder. He's like a rat that can lose his tail. Just whoop, and his quippers just. He scurries his little butt up to the end.
I hope Ketri doesn't feel guilty for that.
Ketri does not.
Oh, all right. I'm glad.
Because we agreed upon it.
Why did you agree? What? Oh, God. Get
I went,
back on my
and they went,
I'm so glad to have this degree of chaos back, by the way. This is great. To prevent any persistent quippers, can I like take my sickle and just like drive it into the water?
Oh yeah, you could, dude. You could fillet these easily. Like they're, there's no problem taking these fish out. You know, those aren't bad if you fry the bones out. Like it's actually good eating.
Oh God, fucking quippers! It always had to be fucking quippers.
I'd have worse than fried quipper.
I'm just gonna kind of like they've all surfaced, electrocuted, and just sort of lying upside down.
just to make sure they're dead, Ketri would like to take one and throw it against a tree, just to make sure.
Like you throw a spaghetti noodle to make sure it sticks, so it's ready?
Yeah, yeah. If the fish sticks, it's still alive.
Fish sticks.
Yes,
Oh
fish,
my
that's where you
God.
get fish sticks. Yes.
That's how they're made in the Fae.
Yes.
There's a certain part of me that feels like I would see Ketri at the start of a Trailer Park Boys.
Ketri's more of a Letterkenny for the cleverness. Let's be clear.
Still a Canadian trailer somewhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ketri would look great in plaid.
GCX. Dress as Ketri in plaid.
Deal.
Our little lumberjack.
Little?
Oh, that's actually, now that you realize it, considering Ketri is like part tree, that's a really horrifying image. That's like is that basically like a zombie or something?
No, it's like Woodman from Mega Man. He's all cut up too, and that doesn't make any sense. And his power is cutting himself. So, yeah, 1 for 1. You guys are going to be able to harvest yourself a solid fish fry here. Not bad. Cast iron skillet's going to start warming up with a layer of grease on it. And it's the perfect camping in the Fae. It's the extension of the golden hour for just endless. It's that moment of you're trying to absorb that last hour of playing outside, and you're having so much fun with your friends, and you don't want to go home, and it doesn't end. It just continues. And by this time, there's just a whole elaborate feast of foraged ingredients that are out on the table. There's even a small fresh salad with some of the cracked nuts that have been scavenged, with some fresh ripe fruit over the side. A little bit of that oil has been mixed up to make a vinaigrette over the top. Fresh fried fish with panko crumbs.
We fancy.
Oh, I liked it. take creature comforts with me when I go. How do you think these hero fests are whipped up?
I don't think about it.
He pulls out a very fancy bottle.
And he hits Biddy upside the head with it.
Not yet till
Nat
it's
20,
empty. I've been saving this bottle for friends for a while. And it,
You didn't have to. I mean, you thank you, but you didn't have to.
Now you had to. You're paying your dues. Thank you. I can't wait.
and it's this delicious, strong white wine, this oaked vignoles that has this perfect sweetness to it for this spring summer day. It just sets the entire meal off.
Ketri knows what will help, and you will see them cracking a bunch of nuts and like smashing them into small pieces to coat the fish. So now it is a nut crusted fish.
That shit's for real though. Pecan crusted. Oh my god,
Fantastic.
so good.
You know, Brian,
Rockfish.
You're gonna have to tell me one of these days who the hell your contact is, because even I could never have stolen a Chateau de Renwick DE 400 bottle. That is astounding.
Renwick.
By the way, I presume one of yours, Renwick.
It's hard to tell at this point. I've, given money to so many things.
Oh,
Could be a knockoff.
could be.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, that actually sounds about right.
No.
There's no way in hells you could have bought this or snuck it.
You don't know
At least
anything
not
about my
back
collection.
then. You have a whole collection.
We do. We're dwarf. That's what we take care of.
I'm not saying that
Why?
it's fake. I'm just saying I don't recall ever owning a chateau.
He's lived a lifetime. He could have had multiple chateaus.
I think Renwick only has red wine.
But you can't even spell vignoles.
Ketri cannot. That was an open
Ketri-
question, right?
Exactly.
He
Let me
did not
sip
say
my
name.
wine.
Ketri is in there right.
Exactly what I thought.
Ketri, have you ever had wine before?
Can Ketri have wine?
I don't know.
Ketri does have a mouth.
Does it affect anything for you?
I've never actually seen. I've not seen a Warforged drinking, only fighting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you be drunk?
Do you know what being drunk is, Ketri?
Drunk is past tense of drink. Ketri has put liquid in mouth, so yes, Ketri has drunk.
Well, there you have it.
Fair enough.
Oh, well, yeah,
Right.
there's your answer. All right.
Okay.
Mystery solved.
Ketri
yeah.
is good drunk. Very, very experienced drunk.
Ah,
Ketri has put many liquids
great, we have a
in.
drunk.
And so am I, Ketri. So am I.
my.
Imagine trying to outdrink a Warforge.
It is just like a pipe that goes straight into out, so it's not like processed or anything.
It's like a straw for squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh my god, squirrel gets drunk.
It goes through like this pretty like curly Q straw on the
Yeah,
inside of
swirly straw.
Ketri. Yeah.
As a warforged that has existed off of drinking ethanol, yes, they it's never fun when the party tries to find your gas hole.
It's gonna be worse for the party.
Just imagine Squirrel like falling out of Ketri after having an absolute bender.
What if in
Just shaking their fist with an acorn underneath their arm.
What does this wine taste like for us? How good is it?
It's phenomenal. Well aged.
I'll be the judge of that.
Just a little bit of sweet citrus with a not too buttery, but not too over oaked either.
What's that cheeky smile? What are you?
How's the wine?
Nothing.
I can see you're on your second glass.
You know what, Brom? I have a joke for you.
Oh, they've been stellar before the 2
Are you
glasses of
ready?
wine. I can only imagine
What
what
do
they are
you-
now.
What do you call a girl hanging off the side of a fishing boat? A net. Heard that one a long time ago.
You actively left heaven for this. All of this. Gale. There's gotta be better entertainment up there. There just has to be.
You know what? You would be smarter if you went to a fish school and. Why do vegans go fishing? Just for the halibut. There's more where that came from.
There shouldn't be though. Those are terrible.
I mean, Biddy,
Boy,
be
you
careful.
said.
You've. God damn it.
Why is it easy to weigh fish? Because they have their own scales.
Zanrin, I think I want to
That's
trade
fine.
places with Reginald.
So brutal.
Too soon.
If I can't joke about our dead friend in the moment of these awful puns, how can one survive this dinner?
Biddy, all I would say is that the puns have already driven off a devil today. Make sure they don't drive off an angel, you know what I'm saying?
What?
Never mind, you do you. Enjoy
Yeah, she's
enjoy the wine. I'm sorry, I need to fucking roll a constitution save to see if I join you in this drunkenness. Which I do not. Oh my god. We did
Looks
not
like
nearly
we're gonna
have
need to
the-
get another bottle, maybe some of the brown variety, shall we?
Why is it brown?
This is a different kind of liquor. Patriots. This is what we call Scotch whiskey.
Whiskey.
Yes.
Holy mackerel.
See if any. Keep this up. He's gonna pour everybody a small glass of high dwarven Scotch whiskey.
How are you not a bard? Does she get like an extra like level of just bard from all of these? Because the
Gets a
word
negative
here-
zero. Negative.
Zero.
It doesn't.
I was impressed.
One that doesn't even exist. Can't even.
That is one class I've never played. I'm just naturally charismatic.
Keep telling yourself that. God, I can only imagine to see you in Bard School the first day.
You know what?
He wouldn't make it.
Why can't you tell a joke while I'm fishing? Because it'll crack you up. Which I am now. And just to top it all off, just so you know, in case you were wondering where fish like to sleep, they'd like to sleep in a riverbed.
In a delayed moment, Ketri like, oh,
It even cut out your laugh.
At this point, it just cuts out everything.
dang
Like,
it.
no, no.
There's,
Why?
There's just a certain frequency of her voice that her mic says no to every time.
It's for the safety of everyone else. Dang it.
That's what mine should do to me with these jokes.
Anyone else wanting to do anything with their Fey evening?
Yes, but if there's anyone else who wants to go ahead and do things, go right ahead.
If we're winding down for the night, Ketri will once again climb up into the tree to nest. The trees are apparently massive here. This is doable, so.
Oh, that's 100%. You scared the shit out of us the last time that you John Cena it out of the tree.
That's what we do here.
I think Zanran would wander over to near where the grave is and start sifting through the sort of sandy dirt of the pit. And occasionally he's finding more of those kind of pearlescent shards. And he finds one which is about the size of, you know, a short sword or a dagger. Longer, but still broken, malformed, and he's just gonna sit. He's gonna sit by the grave and hold that in his hands.
Are you trying to
Anyone
hide
else?
this?
Oh, I'm not actively trying to hide anything.
How big is the tent that he set up?
Average sized.
Average size.
Oh, good.
Fit right in. We're a close-knit family.
Just imagine it's Renwick and it's just hat and head on one side and then boots on the other.
I imagine you came to like the tent entrance and looked in and she was like on the floor like, oh yes, please.
Yeah.
And she would stand up and get out of the tent and just kind of open the flap for you. After you.
Well, okay. He's gonna have to like bend down and like crawl into the tent.
Why are you acting so strangely? There's enough room.
Yes, sorry, I'm not. I haven't spent much time in tents.
That's okay. Me neither. And she lets the flap go and looks around. Let me see if she sees Sanmarin.
I imagine my feet stick out of the end of.
I'm about to say, your feet are probably
Yep.
sticking out. That'd be a good time.
100%. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that twice. 25. So after
I
she
mean,
would do that, do these shards glow? Or like, do they shine or shimmer? Like
They have something very faint, but you'd really need to be looking in. The thing that's absolutely not being hidden is the fact that I'm sitting here and just holding this thing. If you notice the glow when it's still got some bright light around, then that's kind of, you know, that's very much attention to detail. With a 19, yeah, you notice this.
Oh no, the first one was a 25.
Yeah, 19 on the dice there.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were looking at your 19.
No.
Gotcha.
That's just me knowing I ain't drunk.
Seeing you over there, she would wander over. Zanran, are you coming to bed? There's enough room in the tent for everyone, I promise. Regardless of what Renwick might say.
I'm gonna look back. Yeah,
She's
I'll
proudly
take
got her hands on her hips.
You know me. I'm a bird. I sleep in a tree anyway. Nah, just need a moment. That's all.
She's looking up to see if she can see Ketri.
Hold on, let me counter with stealth.
Yeah, about to say, go against me.
This will be
Mention of
important.
tree. Oh my gosh.
Oh, every
Oh,
time.
oh,
Oh my fucking
dude.
This is who I'm meant
I
to
feel
be.
like that's a feat.
Dude, you have become Drac. I've mastered the art of becoming so immobile that eventually I just disappear from
Catford.
view.
Alright. Well, that's fine. What do you got there? She's walking over and now staring over your shoulder. What is that?
Well, it's it's a strange story. It's
You're full of them. It's not special.
that I am. It's well, this is kind of what my family's line is good at. What I was meant to be good at, but wasn't.
Shards?
Swords, blades. Have you ever seen what happens when psychic energy manifests physically? Not like
I
the.
can't say yes.
Oh, now you have. It looks kind of like this, except it's a
Oh,
it's
yes.
a whole blade. It manifests the entire personality of the wielder. It's all of their will personified into a physical form. Combination of some of the Feywild's magic and psychic prowess. And I was never able to get it, but some of them are still around.
How many of these
It's-
are there?
One for every warrior. Everyone makes them, eventually. The next two that were meant to be forged were mine and my twins, but unless there are still owls around following the tradition, then I don't think there'll be any more that are made for a very long while. It's a memory, it's all. This is one of the many ones that I'm sure was lost on that day, and I don't know who it belongs to. I don't know who any of these belong to. They're not usable, I don't think. It's just a reminder. They carry a lot of meaning. They're called song blades, you know. Everyone's story. It's recorded in poetry and songs, and Zanrin takes the blade and lies it flat, and he runs his finger along it. And as his claw kind of scratches against the blade, it makes almost the sound that you would hear if you'd, like, wetted your finger and then ran it around the rim of a wine glass. Except it starts to change notes. And this piece of poetry being performed in Sylvan starts to unfold and unravel. And by the time he pulls his talon away from the blade, there's nothing there, and it just folds back again, as if the sound was completely unnatural and never appeared out of it in the first place.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's just a lot of history, that's all.
Well, speaking of a lot of history, we have a lot of history of getting into trouble, so we should sleep, my friend. And we can show this to everybody tomorrow.
Yeah, this isn't the night to chance around with things, is it?
Absolutely not. Have you seen us? We look atrocious.
Following on from that, Zanrin is going to sort of take what remains of the blade and sort of... It is not a blade that can be used. It is, functionally speaking, completely broken. But he's going to take what of it he can and tie it in a loop at the side of his belt beneath his duster. And he's going to kind of swoop up into the tree that's nearest and find
Bye.
a perch. You don't worry. I know these woods better. I don't know if we want to keep watches, but I'll keep first watch.
All right.
Besides,
If you see Catry, make sure they don't fall out of the tree. And yeah, I'm going to bed. Good night.
I've got to do this. I'm
Walks away
sorry.
and-
I've got to check.
Are you now?
So now, do they both have to roll?
If you will allow, Becca, I'll just jump up right next to you in the tree and be like, "She had no idea you were there, did she?"
I like it. Let's go for that. Petri is very good. Trees are very comfortable with Tetri.
You just blend in. It's incredible. You gotta teach me some of these tricks, honestly.
Friend seems
Was
very
Darren
familiar
thinking
with
about
trees.
this? Do I know?
No, I'm not thinking about this. I'm whispering it
I
to
mean, you
Ketri.
say the things that you think about. Just like if I say elephant, you're thinking of an elephant now.
That's not really. Roll a nat 20 persuasion. Super disadvantage. I'm not even. I'm. Yeah.
You literally have to roll nat 20s to get on our level.
Sorry. I forgot I'm not a part of that club in the itty bitty critty committee. It's fine, whatever.
Club
As she
within a
goes
club.
into the tent and like pushes up against Renwick and Brom and like the little huddle we have in there.
I'm so
Good
glad
night.
that worked. Sorry. God damn.
Biddy, by the
Tetri
time you
does
come
not
back,
need to sleep, by the way. It's a small note. Sorry.
when you come back to the tent, you notice that Brom is absolutely comically the small spoon. Where you, it's like down. Let's tighten this tent.
You said with Yale?
Yeah. He's rolled himself into that position.
She's gonna look and at first laugh and then, wait, I want to be the little spoon.
It's just the perfect opportunity. Brom rolls over onto his back.
You know what I haven't done in a while? She is going to lick her finger,
Oh no.
get it nice and wet, and crawl over the bodies of her friends, leaning over Yale as she wants to stuff her finger in your ear. Give you a wet willy.
You hit so many protective layers of old man inner ear hair that it grosses you out at the same time as you deposit the wet willy.
She's in there just like, oh, that's disgusting. I don't know who wins in this circumstance. And she pulls it out and just wipes it off on your shirt. You're disgusting.
Oh, stain.
You're gonna have an earwax glunk on your shirt when you wake up.
I don't move a muscle. I'm out.
Biddy now goes to sleep happily, smile on her face.
Looking left and right. Old caterpillar boy begins to make his cocoon. Which Ketri and Xander, you both perfectly hidden up near, you can totally see.
Hey.
Hmm.
Hey, counter cackle. Keep at it. I'm proud of you. I just give him a little wink.
There's no clue where it comes from, but you can see a little smile on his face as he tucks himself back into his large cocoon. As the night goes on, spending enough time, thankfully, to get everyone a long overdue rest. Pity. I need to roll a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Why?
Oof.
So I actually get advantage on wisdom saving throws? Can I?
Not on
go
this
with
one.
flat check? Dang it.
It's one of those moments where you know you need to set up immediately in the middle of the night. Everyone else still sound asleep. It's something that's jolting. It's like you've left your car keys someplace. You've left something. Something feels different. And you stare up across the tent. And you see the shadow of your twin.
Does it linger for a second?
It does.
She would get up and fumble over people.
As you get closer to it, Betty's hands reach out towards yours, but that shadow is pulled back further.
Does it exit the tent?
And then she's gone.
Betty? Betty, and she would run outside of the tent. She doesn't see anything.
Am I asleep for this, or am I awake for
Yes,
this?
everyone is asleep for this. And you look and you see footprints on the ground. And you no longer see her shadow. It's as if a piece of you has been taken. And as you try to manifest Betty as your Echo Knight, nothing happens. Just a trail of familiar footprints in the ground. And that is where we will pick up next week.
It was the fish jokes, wasn't it? I knew it was going to be fishy.
Oh, man.
RoBear says, hook, line, and sinker.
Mm-hmm. Well, karma it is.
Ha, interesting.
Shit.
So what
Okay.
is an Echo Knight without the Echo?
A knight.
Yeah, I am a knight.
Drove her
No
sister away.
shadow.
Her sister was taken away. We'll see. On to the next hook, y'all. Everyone else, have a lovely evening. If you're playing Diablo, enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the starting screen for the next 3 hours. It was excellent laughing with all of you. Love you all. We will see you all next week.